This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Don't Make Me Go, a new comedy drama road movie from director Hannah Marks. It follows Max and Wally Park, the former a single divorced father, and the latter his teenage daughter, both of whom carry the awkward frustrations that come with their roles. A visit to the doctors reveals to Max the existence of a bone tumor in his head, for which surgery might cost him his life. He decides to forego the operation and instead seek out his ex-wife, taking his daughter on the road to deliver the news and reunite the two. Along the way, however, it's he and Wally who have a reunion of sorts, as he teaches her some of the most important lessons of her life, and she helps him come to discover the more important things to be found in life, or, well, something like that. All things considered, the story is pretty well told, with a greater focus on the development of Max and Wally and their adventure across the country. I say all things considered because there's a twist in the story near the end that, without sharing any spoilers, pretty much shakes up and almost ruins any other goodwill that had been attained at that point. It's a genuinely downbeat mark on what is an otherwise alright film, which does hit the usual sorts of story beats for a family drama or a coming-of-age story, but makes up for it, again, through the character chemistry between the leads. Their initial relationship and the changes it goes through may in itself be a bit of a narrative cliche as well, but it's portrayed with a good sense of realism and a greater sense of humor. John Cho, who plays Max, is constantly at odds with both his own daughter's independent growth and his ideas of fatherhood, having to balance frustration with fear. Mia Isaac, who plays Wally, is a bit more forceful than natural, but she's still very much able to get down to the heart of her character and bring out the emotional weight that she needs. Again, it's when they're together that they're both able to really shine, even when the dialogue itself comes through a bit cliche. Even when it's not how you think two people would talk to each other, it's done well enough that you don't even care, or at least won't care all that much. Anyways, the film's technical aspects do end up paling a bit compared to the attention given to the story and characters. There are a few good points to make, mostly in cinematography, as the movie does try to play with visuals to better represent a character's physical feelings. Most prominently when Max is having vision issues stemming from his tumor. Other shots generally focus more on coverage of an area and making scenes look pretty, which does work well for the most part, but only ever comes out in the more emotional story moments, leaving the rest of the film looking less spectacular. Editing is put to more practical use, with even fewer moments that highlight character experiences or outright confusion. And music choices round out what is more or less a familiar and unremarkable take on a familiar and unremarkable story. Again, I think it's less about the originality of the premise and more about the characters and their moments together, which does keep you going through the movie, only to make it feel like a bit of a waste of time with its ending. It's easy enough to see what they were going for with it, but with how much time is spent developing reasons against its inclusion, it just makes it feel like a punch in the gut. Don't Make Me Go. Hannah Marks, 2022. 2.5 stars. I would still recommend giving the movie a watch, even though you probably won't feel any better about it than I do. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. At least everything before the ending was nice. I wish I went on more road trips as a kid. I think we just never had anywhere to go before we could afford to fly everywhere. Well, not everywhere, I guess.